Hello and welcome back to The Pulse, your weekly Redline source for news and sports from all around MHS. Thanks for joining us again. I'm Blake Kelly.
And I'm Morgan Kite. Today on The Pulse, find out about a group of adorable animals that chirp their way into a fun science study.
And catch the first ever sports science review booth.
Stay tuned. This is The Pulse.
At what would have been 2 a.m. Sunday morning, our clocks skipped an hour due to daylight savings. Izzy Harris tells us how students have adjusted to this lost hour along with other sleep habits amongst the student body.
Sleep is a necessity that all people need, and when people don't get enough of it, the brain suffers. Lack of rest can result in slow thought process, cause a lack of creativity, affect visuals, impair speech, and makes understanding new tasks very difficult, all of which negatively impact learning. Brenna Anderson feels bringing the clocks forward an hour is just another bump in the road for sleep habits.
If I get enough sleep the night before, I'll definitely be more attentive in class. If I don't get enough sleep the night before, then I have a lot of trouble staying awake in class. Especially it depends on what the teacher's teaching that day.
According to the iNews Network, teens on average should get at least 8 hours of sleep a night. However, only 29% actually follow this suggestion. School psychologist Dr. Moyer believes a significant amount of sleep is an essential for all teens.
It may not be what teenagers want to hear, but maintaining a regular cycle of sleep is going to be the ideal. It's going to be difficult, for example, to extend your sleep cycle during the weekends where you sleep late, then go to bed late, and then sleep late and get up for Monday morning classes. That really kind of throws your body out of rhythm.
Scientific American states by adding an extra hour or two to your sleep schedule over a period of time will help you catch up on sleep. From The Pulse, this has been Izzy Harris reporting.
Well, there you have it, MHS. A sleepy student isn't a successful one. Get your full 8 hours.
Yeah, I probably should be getting more sleep at night, but...
Yeah, honestly, I wish I could go to bed at 8, and then maybe we'd feel more rejuvenated in the morning.
Yeah, well, starting as an embryology study similar to that done by UConn, MHS had 60 eggs delivered to them for study. However, the immediate attachment to these young chicks changed into a whole new experiment. Jane Nolan tells us about this fun and unique way of studying biology.
Room 248 has been hatching up a new hands-on way to learn biology. In learning how to raise up and care for these baby chicks, the students are learning valuable life lessons.
We've all, I think, learned just how to also take care of them and to take care of something different. So when we ended up getting all these chickens, it was a great experience, and just coming and holding them and caring for them.
47 chicks hatched, and students in Mrs. Fanfarillo's class will be caring for them for 30 days. Students learned how to determine the gender of these chickens and learned how to care for them from the egg stage onward. Because the chicken's closest relative is a T-Rex, the class researched whether their gender could be determined by the temperature of their environment while they are still in the incubator, like it is for turtles, lizards, and T-Rexes alike.
It is obvious these chickens have been making a lot of noise here at MHS. From The Pulse, this has been Jane Nolan reporting.
It sure will be hard to say goodbye to these chickens, but they will soon be on their way to a safe farm.
Previously on The Pulse, we highlighted EPSA, the Education Public Service Academy. This is one of the 6 academies here at MHS. Today we bring you to the stage at Manchester High School. The Performing Arts Academy is another one of the unique academies here at MHS. Joyce Quay brings us to the stage to find out what all the noise is about.
The Performing Arts Academy is designed to allow students who are interested in music and the arts a chance to explore jobs in the field as well as further their knowledge of topics such as acting, dancing, and music theory. New this year, students can participate in a wide variety of exciting classes. Some of these include acting, dance ensemble, as well as makeup and hair.
Well, the benefits of being in the Performing Arts Academy are you get to meet awesome people, great singing, great acting. You can improve your skills. Awesome teachers, like they teach you like the best techniques ever.
I love that the Performing Arts Academy gives me the opportunity to play with some professional musicians. We brought in Noah List from The Voice and got to jam with him a little bit. He'll be coming back with some other performers from The Voice, and we'll be doing a gig with them in a few.
The Performing Arts Academy works very hard to bring a numerous amount of great performances for the school and the Manchester community, and all their hard work is greatly appreciated. From The Pulse, this has been Joyce and Clay reporting.
If students are interested in joining the Performing Arts Academy, please contact Miss Lister or your guidance counselor.
But now it's time to spot the Slapdash.
MHS! Woo!
Remember, the objective of Spot the Slapdash is to find this tag right here that we've put up somewhere around the school. When you find the Slapdash, email the location to Mr. Larson at b11elars@mpspride.org for a chance to win this week's prize.
Are you wondering how you'll find such a small tag in such a big school? Don't worry, every week we will give you a clue to help you guys out. This week's location riddle is: I reside in a pen. When I grow up, I become a hen. My feathers are yellow. I hang out with Miss Fanfarillo.
Remember, if you think you know where the Slapdash is located, be the first person to email Mr. Larson and you could win this week's prize, a free Mr. MHS ticket.
That's an awesome prize. I heard Mr. MHS is going to be a good show this year.
Yeah, I think there's about 20 guys competing this year, and you're definitely not going to want to miss this one.
For the class of 2015, college is coming up fast. With all the stressful applications and requirements, let's see what this year's seniors have to say about it.
College. It's the only thing on seniors' minds at this time of the year. There are hundreds of colleges out there, and with all these opportunities, it comes down to one decision.
I'm looking at Manhattan College and URI.
I'm looking at Bentley, Bryant, Babson, and Mass College of Farm and Health Sciences.
I didn't know we had to name all of them.
You named a few.
Right now I'm looking at the University of Alaska Fairbanks for a bachelor's in emergency management.
Currently I'm looking at Duke University, Alabama State, and another major one would be University of San Francisco.
So what are your deciding factors when choosing a college?
I guess the class size and what majors they have and everything.
A combination of where the college is and how the campus life is and how people interact with each other.
I think it's just like where the heart is, because you get to apply to a lot of colleges, but there's only one college that you really want to go to.
What was the most stressful part of applications?
Writing essays because they're long and they take time, and scholarships because college is expensive and I need to meet those deadlines.
Yep, gotta get everything in on time.
Like getting recommendations and just making sure everything is filled out on the Common App and making sure that the college isn't looking for anything extra. So making sure you have everything together.
What are you looking forward to most in college?
I'm honestly looking forward to just like getting out and meeting different people.
Making new friends.
Parties?
I'm looking forward to meeting new people and just enjoying college.
This has been the latest edition of MHS Code. Until next time, MHS.
Good luck to all the seniors yet to choose a school. Personally, I'm really excited to play golf next year for UConn.
Congratulations, Blake.
Thanks.
And I'm excited to see where all of the seniors end up this year. I know some of our students will do great things in the future. Anyway, last Friday, the junior class led a night of mystery and pasta. Greg Lucas solves the case on Murder Mystery Night.
Every year, students and teachers participate in a junior class fundraiser called Murder Mystery. The night includes a pasta dinner and a hands-on mystery with the audience. Members of the audience could also purchase tickets for a chance to win raffles for various prizes. The dinner experience includes the acting from the teachers while the students serve. Dante Moriello shares with us his experience as a waiter for this event.
It was fun. I think it was a really good experience, help out the class and be a part of a big group that was raising money.
For anyone who missed the ending of the suspenseful night, a detective cracked the case and it turns out Mr. Marak killed Miss Lacey with a poisoned chicken patty. Mrs. Mazada and Mrs. Diaz have been participating in this production for several years.
A lot of fun. Rehearsals are a blast. It's a good time for the teachers to get out of our departments and hang out together and have some fun.
Where else do you see English teachers and math teachers hanging out together?
From The Pulse, this has been Greg Lucas reporting.
The junior class raised a lot of money for their class. Congrats, juniors, and keep on fundraising.
Murder Mystery was definitely a fun night.
Yeah, well, the food was great. I can't complain.
Yes, but now we have a new segment for you, MHS. Izzy Harris and Miles Hurley give us this week's weather forecast.
Hello and welcome to the new Weekend Weather Update. I'm Miles Hurley.
And I'm Izzy Harris. We will be bringing you the weekend weather forecast. This is a new weekly segment in which we will give you the 411 on the weekend weather.
Without further ado, let's get started with the first ever Weekend Weather Update.
For Saturday, there will be a high of 42 and a low of 33. We're looking at a 90% chance of precipitation with a wintry mix of rain and freezing rain. Now we're going to throw it on over to Miles to see what Sunday looks like.
Thank you, Izzy. Moving on to Sunday, the temperature will be in the low 40s in the day and cool down to 27 later on. There's a 50% chance of precipitation with rain and snow showers on the way.
Unfortunately, we won't see the sun this weekend, but spring is in the air, so hopefully we'll be seeing some warmer weather soon.
Yeah, it was really nice earlier this week when it started to warm up into the 50s.
Anyways, thanks for joining us for the first Weekend Weather Update. I'm Izzy Harris.
And I'm Miles Hurley. Have a great weekend, Manchester.
This week's weather has been pretty good so far. I just hope it warms up even more and that the snow melts.
Yeah, at this point, I think everyone is ready for spring. But before we go today, Connor Dion and Alex Hardy give us this week's sports update.
Hello everyone, welcome to this scientific edition of the Review Booth. I'm Connor Dion.
And I'm Alex Hardy. Today we're going to be looking at the effectiveness of power shooting and finesse shooting.
Today we're at Star Hill with MHS soccer players Nathan Daly and Andrew Hurd.
Are you guys ready?
So here's the plan. Right here we have a spot picked out where Andrew and Nate will be shooting from. Andrew will be doing the finesse shots while Nate will be doing the power ones. Let's get to it. A power shot is a type of soccer shot in which the player uses all of their power to strike the ball. The ball is hit with the shoelaces of the player. Nate's power shot hit 18 meters per second or 40 miles per hour. That's the speed of a frickin' ostrich full tilt.
A finesse shot is a shot that sacrifices power for accuracy. As seen here, the ball is hit on its lower half. This shot usually is taken with the side of the foot. Andrew's finesse shot curved 40 degrees from its intended path of travel. It hit 16.5 meters per second, a respectable 36 miles per hour. Without a goalie, Nate scored 70% of his goals, and Andrew scored 77% of his goals. Connor, that's great and all, but unfortunately, one of us has to stand in the goal, and that's your job, buddy.
I love my life. I was somewhat effective in goal, putting Nate down to 62% accuracy and Andrew down to 53%. If we look at all the results, it seems as though power shooting is just better all around. Well, I can't feel 90% of my body, so I think that's the end of our review booth this week. I'm Connor Dion.
I'm Alex Hardy, and that's Science, Manchester.
Science.
Wow, science. I wonder what Coach Tedesco thinks about that one.
I wonder what Ms. Diaz thinks of those stats. Anyway, that's all we've got for you today, but be sure to tune in next week for our next edition of The Pulse.
And if you think that you have something that's newsworthy that we might have missed, be sure to come down to 175 and let us know. We might just put it in our next show. Thanks for being with us today for The Pulse. I'm Blake Kelly.
And I'm Morgan Kite. Make sure you show up at the freshman fundraiser at Moe's next Wednesday, Manchester.
I'll be there.